Okay, so hello and welcome back. Let's look at example number 5. We're going to be briefly talking about converting speed, right? So common examples of speed, if you're doing physical sciences as well, you generally think of speed in meters per second because those are the standard units. And then if we look at the speeds in which cars are quoted in, then we're talking about kilometers per hour. So example number 5 is going to say a man is driving at 90 kilometers per hour, right? What is that equivalent to in meters per second? So I'm going to put a question mark there in between to say that's what we're looking for. And so you're going to go from kilometers, which you have to turn into meters, and then hours, which you have to turn into seconds, right? The tricky thing with hours is you need to know we're not talking about dividing or multiplying by 100, but simply you're going to have to work from hours then to minutes, and from minutes then to seconds, right? Okay, so how do we do this? Let's see what we can do. Again, we can treat the symbol as divide or per, okay, which means I can write this as 90 kilometers, right, in each hour over 1 hour, and then I convert the kilometers to meters. And again, if I think about converting the top, I can break this down as saying that if you really want to know, 90 kilometers is equal to so many meters. And again, we go to our table. Remember, we had kilometers here as a larger unit, meters was a smaller unit. So from kilometers to meters, I had to multiply by 1,000 because there were 1,000 meters in each kilometer. And so that's going to be 90,000 meters. So I take this result and I'm going to put that on top because that's what I'm referring to here. The 90,000 is on top. Okay, and I divide that by hours. But my target for hours is going to go all the way to seconds, right? So I can then say that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, but I want seconds, so I have to multiply each minute by 60 seconds. Right, and that's going to give me 3,600 seconds. Okay, because now I'm talking about meters per second. So then I can say, okay, 1 hour is actually going to be 1, which comes from my hour, and then I multiply that by 60 by 60. Okay, which you can clearly see where that came from. And then you can clearly see that that's going to give me the number of seconds, and that's going to give me the number of meters. And that's simply 90,000 divided by 3,600. Okay, this is perfectly divisible by 9, and so is that. Those two zeros cancel out, and I've got 900 over 36, which will then give me 25. You simply type this in the calculator. If you simplify this, this gives me 25 over 1, okay, which is equal to 25 meters per second. Okay, at this point, type it in the calculator, look at it like that. If it just says 25, you can write it as 25 over 1, which means 25 meters in each second is covered. So that's our first example. In the next one, we're going to look at an example how we go from meters per second all the way to kilometers per hour.